Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Lyon and Manchester United played a 2-2 draw in France. Czech is scoring the final goal of that game in the 95th minute to give them the equalizer in that game after Manchester United. Even though that they considered first, but they scored 2. Yoro and zirkzee scored to make it 2-1. ONANA made a mistake for that equalizer to come in the 95th minute. Okay, if you look at that game in general, I would say it's a 50-50 game. Even though that they consider first, we keep saying it on this show, somehow Man U concede first in the game. I don't know why that happened. If I can remember since Amorim took over, or even before, since this season, 70% of their games they concede first. I don't know why that happens, but in this game they considered first, even though they fought back and it was 2-1. But considered that's another mistake again in the final minute to make it 2-2. Good game all round in that counter.
You call it a good game all round, depending on who you are. If you are let me say you are a bad belly fan, good game all round. If you are a neutral, good game. But if you are a Mancunian, it's a horrible game because we are seeing too many lapses in the side that could have been fixed, have been issue. And then secondly, there's the persistent conundrum of Manchester United not starting games at the blow of the whistle. I will keep saying it until they fix it, because one of the things you cannot take away from the side is when you wait to concede the first blow before you actually respond or start pushing or fighting, it gives you it means that you lose ground in the game, and then secondly, when you score and you're winning by just 1 goal and you say you're okay, you open yourselves up for the second equalizer that we saw in the game, which was Lyon coming back into the game 2-2. So a lot of mistakes were made on the night. A lot of errors that could have been avoided were conceded, and we have to blame some people. A couple of fans are blaming ONANA, but I'm saying it's a team effort.
What do you make of this game? The way Amorim set up is good, but as John said, conceding first, I don't know why they concede first in the game. They need to fix that first, because I can't even remember the first time they scored first in the game. But
trust me,
they always concede first. So, but in this game again, they conceded first again.
I understand the pain of the Man United fans, the pain of the Bad Man United fans, because everybody they pain, because Bad people want Man U lose. Why Man United fans want Man U win? Then the neutrals like us, we just wanted to enjoy good football, beautiful football, and which we did last night. Games, you don't expect Man United to just go into this game. You go to Lyon and you expect Man United to blow them out of the water. How?
Yes, they are not that good. Man United are not that good.
Man United not their form. Lyon self.
They did.
Yeah, or there. They did their own wahala. You get, I call it Thursday, before the game, I call it Man United good. No, we expect Man United to win. Man United now the name. Now big team. You're talking about Man United. Heavy. Once they call the name, heavy is he that wear the crown. I believe they call him. But if you look at in terms of on paper, we mean they are going to say Man United go win this match, they get better players. But true, ask yourself, Man United get the kind of form to go Lyon go win. You get, with the war of words going on between Matic and ONANA before the game, Man United is big, blah 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 blah, and you are the worst goalkeeper in Man United history. All of us expected ONANA to make at least good saves to prove Matic wrong. You get, now that kind of match you go to say, I know I be the worst goalkeeper for Man United history, but I better pass your team. I better pass your whole team, and look at the mistakes he made. He made a couple of saves though, fine. But Yoro made a couple of blocks for him. Maguire, a couple of interceptions that could have led to goals. So he didn't really get the action of how many saves he get in the game. You get, but in the whole run, good game for Man United, good game because they started the game the way as Miss will start, they start the game. They consider from a set piece.
Okay.
Everybody consists from a set piece.
Talking about ONANA on social media, everybody is blaming ONANA for that equalizer, and even the whole game. In fact, they started blaming him since he joined Manchester United, saying that they should sell him. Even they should transfer him anywhere, even sell him for free. But if you look at that ONANA's error, if you look at since last day, he is the Premier League since last day has made more errors leading to a goal 8 than any other goalkeeper in the Premier League since last year, and most times it's costing Manchester United. Sometimes it's not. There's some saves. I think the problem of Manchester United with ONANA is that one, they brought him because he can play with his feet. We know they even see the team when they play.
The dribbles of strikers now.
Secondly, he makes these errors that you don't expect the top goalkeeper to make. But if you're a Manchester United fan, what do you think? Keep ONANA again or probably find another goalkeeper?
Last season, I want to correct that because that impression last season he made errors leading to goals. Nobody make the errors because we checked the numbers last season. At the end of last season, we checked the numbers. It was not top 5 in that list.
Not from last season to this season.
Now,
not
this season now, even
yes.
in total numbers of goals leading to goals, errors leading to goals, where he concede. Now 8. Which means he not sit up the chart. You get it because current season he not get like 5 for this season alone. I'm saying not get like 3 for this season alone. Person get like 5. You get so this season alone. I think last season he wasn't topping the chart of errors. Goalkeeper making errors leading to goals. But with his spills, the number of spills you make, they play shot for you, drop off for the next person. You get or defender pass back. Nobody get the fault. You get but when you want save ball, save out with your full chest. Make attackers no come bounce back on you because that one will they count. And for that one in the top chart. You get when you make saves, look at the likes of Seki's goal last night. You don't make the save, but you go drop him for the guy for his leg. As in you drop him for his leg. Defender go relax. Say, goalkeeper don't already get that one, so you not go blame defender for that one. Our goalkeeper already make the save.
I disagree with you. I disagree
one attacker
with you.
don't come there because you drop him for the leg of the attacker. Look at where the defenders were, and there was a shot from outside the 18 yard.
It is still an indictment on every defender that plays for Manchester United.
Leave that thing.
Anyhow you want to talk, it's still an indictment on them. If this was Sergio Ramos and Pepe, would you be saying this thing?
Did not still consider?
Would you be saying this thing if it was Ramos and Pepe?
Did they not still make errors like that led to goals? They still did. Assassin goalkeeper make the save. Nobody they come follow goalkeeper charge the ball again.
Has Ika Casillas not made the same errors
and he has
in his
considered
career?
in the same position.
So what are we saying?
So
and then secondly, telling me that
it was not as an error.
Excuse me, telling me that Manchester United, you can't blame them for the first goal. They conceded from a set piece. Everybody conceded from a set. That is fallacy, man. That is fallacy. Manchester United have a hereditary trait from the last 3 seasons, right from Eric Ten Hag down to this current manager, of conceding from set pieces. And with all the work that's been put, if at all there's any work put into it, because you know a lot of things happen at a dilapidating club that is collapsing. You know, a lot of things happen there. If at all there has been any impact to fix this error, it hasn't been fixed. Go look at other top teams in Europe. There is special training to defend set pieces. Go look at Arsenal if you need let me say, a role model in the Premier League. How they defend set pieces, how they attack set pieces. It is that statement is wrong.
And how many
that everybody concedes set pieces is wrong. That's the first one. Then secondly, talking about Onana's errors that he spilled the ball, bro, 3 errors in the Premier League. In this whole Europa League, 1 error in that game, as far as I'm concerned. You cannot begrudge him. Forget about it costing them. Okay, it cost them the win, right?
Yes.
What about all the barren strikers up front? All the shots created on the night, not converted. That didn't cost them the win, right?
Now, if
that didn't cost them the
win. See, nobody to come speak English, shout on them.
No, I'm just saying.
Let me answer your question.
If Onana spilling the ball,
cost them the win.
Onana spilling the ball,
2-1 up.
No. If Onana spilling the ball cost them the win,
in the what
happened to the remaining strikers
that
didn't score?
Remind United leading at the time. Yes, the Desi come in and make this and exert himself from the poor performance of every other person. Yes, did the attackers get the goals? Yes, the attackers get the chances.
Which attackers?
Desi got the goal.
Which
got 2 assists. You get now. I'm not going to fault Onana all around because there was supposed to be more than 5 goals in that game. There was supposed to be more than 3 goals in that game for Man United. You get, but the service was you give a ball to Garnacho, pass ball. Person, you don't go pass the from when like 3 defenders there on me. I make the run as a striker. I know where I'm making the runs to. You as my winger or you as my teammate, you should know where to pass the ball to. You get in cases like that where you see Garnacho, you're supposed to make the pass. He's making the runs with the ball. Bro, at some point you don't run with the ball in your feet. You pass and run so somebody can give you the pass. Not run with the ball. You forget Man United then. 3 passes, they don't reach position. 3, even on that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't defend that don't come score the goals.
I'll just
everybody's running.
I'll just answer you with one fact.
You're not running with the ball. You're making the pass and you're making the run. You're making the pass and you're making the run. For Garnacho is the one making the run and the pass with himself.
I will answer this conundrum with one fact. In the game of Arsenal against Real Madrid, how many balls were cleared off the line in that encounter?
By who?
By Real Madrid. How many balls were cleared off the line?
I think 2.
Thank you. By who? The defender or the goalkeeper?
Goalkeeper was not there. It wasn't goalkeeper spilling that defender
Bro, forget about spilling.
Now in this one,
who cleared the ball off the line? You have
from the set piece.
better attentive defenders who were alive to their duties. And that's the difference. It could have been 5, it could have been 1 point.
Now,
on the night, the goalkeeper in question was faulted and defenders came to the rescue. On this same scenario for Manchester United, Onana was on spot on in making saves in that game. One spill from Onana, nobody could pick up.
Okay.
You can't wash the pot and then leave the kettle black. You have to wash everything together.
If you look at it generally, it's not me that is talking. You can say what you want to say. We can actually argue what we want to argue. But as for United fans, if I'm right, if everybody is saying that they don't want Onana again, so Amorim might have a decision to make in the summer. But everybody knows that Man United have a fundamental problem. So things like their defense, their goalkeeper. In fact, everybody apart from Bruno Fernandes and maybe Kobe, I think every other person has a question mark on them. But especially their striking position, even though that set is scored in this game.
Let's call it what it is.
But Højlund is still a problem for Manchester United. I don't want to ask a question if Højlund should stay or go, because we have been asking this question on this show if they are going to keep Højlund or not. But I'm going to have a huge decision to make in the summer, but we are going to be seeing, because I think it might take him 2 years to actually understand and to people he's going to bring in and people he's going to leave at that club. But in this game, it was just what it is. They scored 2, but considered that goal, and Man U fans are talking about Onana leaving that club. But finally, Manchester United winning the Europa League. They have to go to Old Trafford. Old Trafford have not been a place, like then maybe Stamford Bridge, Old Trafford in the 2000s, early 2000s. They say if you are going away to Old Trafford, you are afraid. But this period, maybe last 3 or 4, 5 seasons, if I'm not called Old Trafford a fortress again, do you think that they can go
last 2 years? Yes, Old Trafford is Old Trafford.
Do you think they can go and finish that job?
Just last 2 years.
Yes,
in Old Trafford next
week. Just last 2 years.
Old Trafford is not Old Trafford, because even on that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
just last 2 years.
I think the last time they had a bad season at the Old Trafford was during Corona era, during the closed doors.
Wow.
After that, they picked up themselves. The next season, they were fine.
In the last 5 years, man.
Calm down, John.
The last 5 years.
The only time they had a bad season
years
at Old Trafford was during the Corona era, when we were losing matches at home. You get me? After that season, the next season, fans came back to the stadium and they started winning games. After that, Ole left the job. Ten Hag came in and Old Trafford was Old Trafford
If
anymore.
we are to be honest, Old Trafford stopped being Old Trafford when Sir Alex left. QED.
Okay, but this game they are going to play, do you think that they can probably try and win
this
Old Trafford next week?
This season, Old Trafford has been not the theatre of dream.
Everybody can
theatre of nightmare.
For Man United,
it has been a
theatre of dreams for away teams.
You get, because everybody can come there and hope to dream. But the Man United players have been having nightmares at Old Trafford. So I feel like if they can turn it around for the team that is coming to Old Trafford, make the theatre of nightmare for them, and make the theatre for dreams for the Man United fans, then we can begin to believe in the Old Trafford spirit again. But for now, Old Trafford is a theatre of nightmare.
John, Amorim, finally, taking this club is going to be his fast, it's tough for him. But do you think that his player that's letting him down, or his tactics is letting him down? Because sometimes I cannot even balance where the problem is. Is it the coach or the players for Amorim?
For me, when you buy a coach, right, you know what you are buying into. You are buying the philosophy, you are buying the style, which means every other thing that is not this coach and this style should go. And then you build from the foundation around this style. The problem with Manchester United is that Manchester United is a bloated Wunye Odogu who has the free purse to buy whoever she likes and fire whoever she likes without the consequences coming in. Which means you have players who are bought in as a ball-playing goalkeeper, and that process, that style, that thought process, that whole system was thrown away. And the man is there now. They are playing a different thing. And you can't blame him for that, because the new manager is playing a totally different way, right? So the problem is not Amorim. The problem is the player you have and the Ferrari you want to build. He didn't do. So you have to tear away a whole lot of what you have down to the fundamentals and build a team. That's the job he has to do. Okay,
that game ended 2-2 in France, even though that Man U scored. Man U considered first in that game through a free kick, but they scored 2 goals. Yoro scoring the first goal, and Zirkzee scoring that header to make it 2-1. Then it was 2-2 at the final minutes of the game. It ended 2-2, and all the whole fans were shouting. Everybody was rejoicing. Maybe because they know that they can go at Old Trafford to get something from there. You might not know, because anybody can go to Old Trafford and dream now, because it's a theatre of dreams. So you can go there and dream. But in this particular game, it ended 2-2. For Manchester United, they need to do better at Old Trafford if they want to play the semi-final of the Europa League.